Hey, it's Miss V, Miss Veronica. Yes, I'm standing up. So today we are going to do energy dial. We're going to learn how to manage our energy. This practice is all about self-awareness, paying attention to what's happening within me, what's happening around me, self-management, learning how to dial my energy up and down. But it's also about social awareness, noticing how my energy impacts other people and also observing them, and responsible decision making. And it really does support relationship skills, because if I'm just bumping around annoying people, not going to make friends that easily. So with the energy dial, I am noticing what's happening in my body, and we pretend like there's a dial right here. So there's two parts of our nervous system. We have the sympathetic, which is like the gas, gets us going. Parasympathetic is like the brakes, all right? We're dialing it down. With energy dial, I can dial my energy up, I can dial it down. I just have to make that choice. So with the students, I have them pretend like there's a dial here. For those of us who still have little dials on our radios in the car, it's like turning the sound up and then turning the sound down. But what we're doing is we're turning our energy up and then we're dialing it down. And every step along the way, we're noticing the difference in intensity and how we feel. It's so much more fun to do this in a classroom full of children. So I have them spread out everywhere. And here are my two rules. One, when the energy gets really high, you cannot fall down on the floor and roll around. You definitely cannot bump into somebody else, because we want to make sure everybody's safe. But we're going to pay attention to our energy. We go from 0 to 10 in increments of 2. So 0 is when I say freeze, frozen, and we're standing there like a statue. So breathe in and breathe out. Now close your eyes and take a deep breath and just notice how your body feels. Your feet on the ground. You're standing straight like there's a string on your hand. Just breathe in and breathe out. And just notice the stillness. Just notice how that feels. That's 0. Now, rarely are you a 0 in the classroom, because you are active and moving, but you are paying attention, even during a test you're writing. 0. 2 is just this. It's just slight movement. 2, slight movement. 4, just a little bit more. All right, and then we get to 6. You see the energy of 6, and then we're starting to get 8, 8, 8, and then when I say 10, we can jump, 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 and then we stop and dial it down. So notice the difference between 0 and jumping up and down with the 10. Now in the class, I actually have them dial it down. So we go from 0 to 10, and then we go from 10 down, and then I'll call out another. I'm like, give me a 4, and then everybody's doing 4. Give me a 6, and everybody's doing 6. Give me an 8, 8, 8, 8, 0. And we pay attention to how that feels. So we go from 0 to 10. And we're noticing the energy now, noticing our breath, noticing how our body feels, noticing how our heart beats faster with a 10. So we're self-aware. But if I'm being a 10 in the classroom, is that very kind to my teacher and my fellow classmates? No. But where can I be a 10? Where can you be a 10? Yes, you can be a 10 at recess, you can be a 10 at gym if the PE coach says it's okay, but you still have to be mindful, because with a 10, the energy's running, high, but I don't want to be wild and out of control. I still have to be self-aware and manage. In the classroom, what do you think you should be in a classroom? Come on, give me a couple guesses. Yes, a 2 or a 4, depending on what you're doing. How about the hallway? 2, exactly. Maybe a 4, that's up to the teacher, but usually a 2, you're doing your mindful walking. What should you be in the library? Well, voices are dialed down to 0. You're listening to the librarian and the media specialist, but you're probably a 2. Outside, you can range anywhere from, 2 to 10, or you could be a 0 just sitting underneath that tree, just doing your mindful breathing. Cafeteria, once again, you're being really mindful. 2, maybe 4, but more than likely 2. So I had a student at Alex Sanger, Sammy, who I just adored. Sammy reminded me so much of my nephew, Vincent. He was smart. He just had a lot of energy. He was just wired with a lot of energy. And I never want kids to feel bad about themselves because they have energy. I teach them that it's normal, and here's a tool to dial it up and down. So anyhow, I'm, at the school, and I happen to come into the cafeteria. I'm just checking out, I think he was in 2nd grade at the time. And I'm noticing across the room, he's got a lot of energy. And I'm noticing the teacher who's about to say something to him about that. And I looked at him, I go, Sammy. And just that gesture of dial it down, he goes, and he literally puts his hands here and dials it down. And I watched his energy settle. One simple point of awareness. Sammy, no judgment, nothing punitive, just dial it down. So practice the energy dial. Go in here, let me adjust my hands, going from 0 to 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 10, and then dial it back down. Like I said, this is so much more fun in a classroom full of kids. And then we freeze, we connect, we breathe, and we give thanks for our body and the way that it works. And then we give thanks for having the awareness and the tool to dial it up, to dial it down. That's Energy Dial. Practice it. Notice your energy throughout the day. Have that thought to slow it down, dial it up. Let me know how that's working for you. Have a great day.